You stuck already, didn't you?
Hey there you guys, this is John. I'm back and as per request I've got you some chopper footage. So we're on Kharg Island, it's myself and Andy. Now this is more going to be a spot the mistake video I think, because straight away we've made one. We all got very excited to get into the chopper at the beginning of the round and forgot that we were playing Operation Metro the round before. Now Operation Metro is the only time I will not be an engineer. So I've come in as a support and Andy's coming in as a medic. Now, on the ground we would be a great little combo, but in the air you really need at least one of you to be an engineer. So, yeah, I'll come over the mountain as I normally do, just to try and get behind the enemy chopper, because most pilots will just go straight for the objectives and forget the fact that there is another chopper about. So they've running two sets of flares here. Now they've got rid of both of them. And I've just lased it up so Andy can get a guided missile shot away, but I don't think he needs it. I think we get them down anyway. But a jet came up our arse and disabled us. Now, I've had plenty of practice landing a disabled chopper. They just veer to the right and lose a lot of power, so just counter it and you will recover. And if we were engineers, we'd still be in the air now, but unfortunately, like I say, we've cocked up. We've come as a support and a medic. Andy's thrown down a health pack, just you know, just to try and help the chopper, but obviously it's going to do nothing. So since we're after some chopper footage, I'm going to suicide here and wait for the next one, because I just wanted to get some chopper footage, and we've got enough guys on the ground to be doing the business here. So, and they need some support. So again, me and Andy, same setup. We've got flare. Andy's got flares. I've got an ECM jammer. So I would break the lock, and then Andy would flare should they get a missile away. And now here again I'm looking for the enemy chopper and I don't see it spotted anywhere, and I don't see it coming from their spawn, so I figure, well, we'll go and tussle with some tanks for a little bit, see what we can do. We've got a good few hits on this one here, but we're getting locked up here, and even though I've popped my ECM jammer, it hasn't broken the lock for some strange reason. Now it's a laser coming from that chopper there, which again, like I say, my teammates should have spotted that for me, so we could see it straight away. It looks like, I think he must have been well over into our sort of spawn when we came over the mountain. But in the end, it's a javelin that takes us down. We were laser designated by the chopper. I don't think his gunner had a guided missile, so the guy on the ground did it with a javelin. And there's not really much you can do about that. If you hit the ECM jammer, it'll circle around you a few times, and if you get close to a building or to the floor, quite often it'll hit the floor or the building. So, I mean, at the time I thought maybe this guy was lasing us up as well. His little recon on there. Quite often they will sit there with a SOFLAM and just lock the choppers up. So I thought I'd best get rid of him, just in case he causes us some trouble in the future. Little trouble with my aiming at first, but I get him in the end. I'll go and check that building there as well. There's nothing on there. And then I see some guys spotted up in here, so I thought, you know, they could be planting SOFLAMs as well, so let's get rid of these guys. So I'm just trying to sort of circle around it so Andy can get some guns. I've got people trying to lock me up here, so hit my ECM jammer, get below radar, wait for it to see, you know, I'll just pop up again, see if we're still getting locked. If we were, I'd just drop straight back down again, but since we weren't, I'm going to be circling around here. Now Andy spawned on me. I was flying solo before, so Andy spawned on me here, so I'm going to try and give him a decent shot in the building, just circle around it a bit. You know, hitting the ECM jammer, just to pee them off, and then dropping below radar. Just finishing off these guys at Bravo. So you just keep it steady for the gunner. If it's infantry, there's not really that much you can do. You can injure them, and quite often you'll finish some guys off when the gunner's reloading. You just wait till you hear him reload, and then just fire a little barrage in. You'll sometimes get a few kills out of that, but as a general rule, I like to give the gunner the better shot when infantry are involved. So Bravo's still taking heat, so just gonna avoid that missile and get straight back over there to give it some support. Richie and Thewton are on their way over there, so we're going to try and clear the buildings out, open them up a bit so that they can see any enemies that might be around. I'm not here to take the flag, just support the ground troops. So now there, I wondered what the hell had just happened. I thought perhaps a friendly tank had hit us or something, so I went back and watched it in slow motion. And if you look, as I'm destroying the building here, a piece of rubble breaks off. I will just highlight it here for you. And that is coming at us at one hell of a speed and hits us on the right hand side and almost knocks us out the sky. Now, I've never seen that before, but yeah, it was most annoying. Luckily, I managed to recover from it and just got out of dodge for a minute just to get my bearings back, and then straight back on the case to give the ground troops some support. So I'm just sort of letting Andy go to work with the guns here, with the cannon. If you notice underneath his head, you'll see a little box, a little oblong with a square in it. I'm trying to make sure that the little square never has to leave. He's never on the outer edges of the box until we've cleared it out. So I think they have now taken Bravo, and we're taking heat from something. So I hit the ECM jam, I get below radar, and then start giving this Jeep some hassle, because the Jeeps can be really annoying. Little C4 packed jihad type things that go for your tanks, and it's a really shitty tactic. So if I see one, I just try and get rid of it. This guy's hiding somewhere, so I'm just trying to take the building down so that either the building can destroy him, or it'll cause him to come out into the open so Andy can finish him off. And I think we do eventually find him. Yeah, he just pops up on the mini map. He's in front of us there somewhere. So I think Andy finds him and finishes him off, and we secure off. But he's just in front of us here somewhere. There you go. There he is. Don't ever hide by an explosive barrel. It's not going to end well, especially not when you've got a chopper on your tail. So off now. We've got Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Spot their helicopter coming at us, so I'm going to try and get the higher ground here so that both myself and the gunner can have a decent shot at him. If you are higher, then at least their gunner struggles to see you. So he starts to get a lock on us, which I ECM jam. I don't know how he was locking me and I couldn't lock him, but I got him designated, a couple of shots out, and then Andy fires his guided missile, which is going to finish him off. Target designated, boom, one hit, he's down. Such a powerful combination, having that laser guided on the pilot seat and the guided missile in the gunner's seat. Because I mean, a lot of the time they will flare. If you can get that guided missile out first, they will flare, and it's a wasted flare, which that means I can then hit them with my guided rockets. So here we go again, just circling Alpha. There's somebody trying to take it. We're trying to clear them out. Just Richie's there to try and take it back for us, and we're just trying to circle around, spot the guy, give him as much support as we possibly can. With that sorted, move on to Charlie. Now, you'll notice I'm always hitting the spot button when I'm flying. Whenever I get a chance, I'll hit it. I'll hit the select button on the PlayStation, and it's back button on Xbox, because you're a really good reconnaissance tool as well as a flying tank. You got a really good view of the terrain, and you can spot things like anti-tank mines and C4 and other vehicles. Like I say, the Jeeps with the C4 on them. If you see one, and we'll nearly hit that there. If you see one and you spot it, it'll show them the C4 as well, so all you guys in the tanks can know to avoid it. Now again, I'm just checking this tool tower, make sure we've got no little recon nasties up there, just blazing us up, and spot a load of anti-tank mines, and Andy starts going to work on them, trying to support. Now that was one of our own jets there who almost took us out the sky. I hate these jets. I'm really not a fan of the jets, because they're more of a liability than anything else, it seems, and they give the opposite team such a. Oh, you see that there? I thought I was going to miss that pylon. I hit a pylon, and I died ungracefully with my head stuck in a concrete wall there. my ass sticking out. But there's the pile on the right. Now, I thought I had enough room to admit. I did see it. I thought I had enough room to go past it. Obviously, I didn't, and it cost me. So if you want to know where the outer limits of the vehicle are, you've just found them. Well, I've just found them on your behalf. So this time I'm playing the gunner. So again, I've spotted all those things up there, and it helps your team, because if anybody drove them there in a tank and didn't see them, they'd be screwed. I see the little guy running away there, so we'll make sure we get him. And I don't know why people have such a hard-on for anti-tank mines. I think any player worth his salt will always be hitting the spot button in the tank, especially for to avoid things like anti-tank mines. So as an engineer, you're better off having a repair tool. I've very rarely been destroyed by an anti-tank mine. I mean, just recently we had a server that had like a really bad texture glitch on it, so I got hit by a couple of them then, but I can't really blame for that. You really couldn't see them, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people use thermal optics to try and spot them, but I don't think you need it at all. Just hit the spot button every few seconds, or when you're driving down the road, hit the spot button. You'll find them. So engineers, you're wasting your time with anti-tanks. Be more of a team player and use your bloody repair tool. Fix things for people. So, I spotted a tank here coming to take Charlie. Now he's got smoke. He's a clever boy. You should always run smoke on your tanks. These people, like I say, use thermal optics. You're wasting your time. You will get used to spotting anti-tank mines anyway. Infantry are easy to see. Smoke is so effective. I mean, we would have hit that guy and killed him in one pass if it wasn't for smoke. Oh, yeah, there's another little jeep, which he's already dead. He just doesn't know it yet. There you go. But yeah, this tank at Charlie, it's got the smoke. It's stopping me from using my guided rockets. So we're down to using the normal cannon and Andy's rocket. We do get him eventually, but I really think we were getting help out on the ground then with that. So I don't think we'd have got him so easily if we didn't have help off the ground, because he's running smoke. It's so powerful. If you run a tank, have smoke. The only alternative, I think, is maybe canister shell if it's an infantry map and there are no choppers. But for choppers and maps with choppers, always run smoke. It's saved my life so many times in a tank. But here we go. We're just giving the ground troops support as per usual. Alpha's been taken again, and anti-tank mines again. You're just wasting your time, my friend. Now I go and destroy them, and then the crazy fool goes to try and put some more down. So I spot the anti-tank mine and blow it up in his hand, I think, or very close to him. This guy's running away rather wisely, but we get him anyway. So Alpha is now cleared out, ready for our ground troops to go and capture if they're in the area. But I mean, we've got 3 flags. We've been holding the majority of flags the most of the game. I'm not really worried too much about Alpha. If we get it, we get it. I'm just going to have a bit of fun with them here. So just checking the area. Obviously they're coming from Alpha. We've got guys there now that he's put anti-tank mines down again. I presume it's the same guy, because he's putting him down in exactly the same place, and we're just getting rid of him in exactly the same way each time. Ditch the anti-tank mines. Repair your tanks. I think, yeah, that's the same guy again we've just got. So he's just hanging around Alpha, just putting anti-tank mines down. Well, 3 points for me, I suppose. So, there we go. Just making our way over to Delta, which we are losing. Spot a tank here. Try and lock him up, but I think he just goes out of range. Oh, he's using smoke, so nothing I can do about that, to be honest. Like I say, it's just overly powered, and a jet here. Look at that. Was he trying to take us out by flying into us, do you think? If he wasn't, he's a very bad pilot, because he almost killed both himself and us. I'm trying to spot him there, but he's just out of range for spotting for some reason. I don't know why. So about now the chopper should be back up, enemy chopper, so we're just going to have a quick nosy for him, and yep, there he is. So Andy's going to settle it down a bit to try and get him lazed up so we can get him dispatched rather efficiently. So there he is, lazed up. Chucks away with the old guided missile. Now there's a hell of a lot of crazy shit happening here. There's a missile coming in, I have flared, but somehow he still manages to hit us. I can only presume maybe there were more than one, and we missed the first one, but the second one got us. So there endeth that stint in the chopper. And I can only presume the fact that they are running Igglers, we are really getting on their nerves. So I see that as a little mini victory for us. Now here, this guy is camping at our spawn. Very bad idea, sir. Designated, and he lets one away with the guided rockets. I'm going to hit him with a few barrage. Done. You're out of here, buddy. Don't piss about in our spawn. So one of the guys actually jumped out. I think he got 2 kills, and there was a third guy in there. He jumped out, and we just clean him up there. We're not having any little stragglers hanging around in our spawn. Thank you very much. So back to the main mission in hand. Let's protect these flags. We are losing 2 of them, but you know we're absolutely kicking arse here. So let's concentrate on Charlie. We've got a friendly squad member in the area, so I'm just going to circle around, give him the best support we can until he has taken Charlie back. So here you see me just circling around, just checking the little oblong underneath Andy's head there, just to make sure he's not straining to see anybody. Now we're getting lazed up, so I've hit the old ECM jammer. There it is, it's a tank. Now it gets a shot away, so get a quick barrage of rockets in on him, hit the ECM jammer again, hit the ground, and you'll see it there. It just hits the floor underneath us as it's circling round us, confused by the ECM jammer. So I know this guy means business. Can't really piss about with him too much, so I'm going to try and stay above his barrel, so he can't get another shot at us. And then when we're manoeuvring, I'm going to try and stay behind this building here, and just pop up, and deal what we've got when we're in relative safety, and we can just pop behind the things here. So getting locked up again, hit the ECM jammer, turn around to get below radar, and we get hit. Now it wasn't the closest tank to us, which I thought maybe it was. It was this guy way back in their spawn. So to be honest, the guy got a lucky shot. I'm not too bothered by that. It happens, everybody will eventually get a lucky shot with a tank. You see I'm spotting up down their main track there. The anti-tank mines are out, and the vehicles. Why they're putting anti-tank mines in their own spawn, I have no idea. Or in their spawn area, I have no idea. But that guy has a hard on for his anti-tank mines. So quick 1-pass kill, I think it is, with this one. Yeah, I'll hit him with a few, get him designated, and he can finish him off with the guided missile. That is, like I say, it's a really powerful combo, providing they don't have smoke. So now look at this. The EOD bot is in the road there. Now we're going to try and kill this, because it can give your tank some hassle without you actually realising what the hell it is, because it's so rarely used that you don't really look for an EOD bot. The only reason we even noticed it was because, like I say, I spot quite. I hit it there with a rocket and it flies across the road. They're so hard to kill. But yeah, like I say, I spot all the time in the air, so we saw it and decided to take it on. But it's a tough little son of a bitch to kill. It's still going now. Even after jumping across the road after I hit it with a rocket, it's still going now. I think we do get it in the end. I'll just deal with this guy who's trying to iggle us. I drop below radar there, and then Andy finish him off with the gun. I can't remember whether we do get that thing. No, I think we're getting locked on all the time. So we just we figure we've spotted it. We'll let the ground troops do what they can with it, and just try and avoid getting locked up. And I think with 3 tickets left, that's the end of the game anyway. There's nothing more they could do. So the round over. Let's check out some scores. I think I did reasonably well. I do believe I got the MVP 2. Yes, I did. Not a massive kill amount there, but you never do as the pilot in the chopper. But you know, we gave the ground troops some decent support, let them capture flags, which is why Thooton did so well. He got the MVP. You know, we let him capture flags. We helped him out as best we could. So I think that's a nice little video of what to do and what not to do in a chopper. So I hope you took some tips, learned some lessons at my expense there. And if you want to see some more, let me know. I'm more than happy to do some more. So until next time, I've been John. Thank you very much for watching.